King Harris, the little brat, proceeds to keep yelling, and he gets in his mom's face. And he's, why you not standing on business? You know I stand on business.
Stand on business?
Stand on business, which I cannot wait till this saying goes out of style. This is like when no cap was introduced into the community, and people, it was like crack cocaine in the 80s. It just took off. No cap. You capping. You cap. You cap.
Capping. You're upset.
Now, stand on business. Stand on business.
You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business.
Okay, what does it mean? Stand on business.
Standing on business means just like, I think it means like 10 toes down. That's another thing. Well, do we have a ghetto translator?
We need Brad. Can
I can't
you
ask
handle
Brad.
that one?
Brad is like, my business is in great standing. I don't know what is.
Oh no.
Ready and willing.
Let's go. Hi, welcome back to the
Welcome back to the La Sheila, because you know niggas can't just name a regular normal name now. It's got to be La Michael,
No, I said welcome.
La Daniel.
Hello, welcome to the She Will podcast. We're happy that you chose to join us.
Bienvenidos la película de.
Yes. Okay, guys, we're back, and I want to get right into it because this is just a personal note.
Oh,
It's just a personal note.
personal.
I did it. I went to see my boy.
What?
I went to see my boy Usher, baby.
Usher happened, huh?
Usher
It
happened.
happened.
It happened.
Did he sing to you?
Not quite, but I was singing with him. I took the video, remember, of me singing with him.
Okay.
That's the best I had. But it was a great experience. And it was a great
We
experience.
did it. We
That's
did
all I
it
can
live
say.
from the hotel room.
Oh yeah, we did it live
Yeah.
from the hotel room. The hotel was nice.
Really nice.
I went to the spa.
Yep.
The flights were nice. The walk over, I was safe. You know,
Right.
I was safe.
Wasn't too far.
It wasn't too far. My feet didn't hurt too bad. Everybody was nice. The experience was great. Usher was great. He started about 45 minutes late. I was hoping that he would serenade me. He did not.
Did not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did he serenade that show?
There was nobody famous there because it was the day before Thanksgiving. I think all the so-called famous people probably were doing.
Well, of course. Yeah.
They were getting their Thanksgiving
That's
ready.
true, huh?
But
The
anyway.
night before it was Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
and she made him nervous. 'Cause he
She
was like,
would.
wait. 'Cause, you
Why
know,
can't white people got to do too much?
and trying to steal the show.
I
That's
know.
the thing. Trying.
If
to
I was
steal
there,
the
if
show.
he serenaded me,
Just get
I'd just
serenaded.
be like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do, but
And I know what you would do, and then afterwards, I would have to be
I mean, what'd he say?
online tweeting like,
Right there.
"No, Sheila, you a mom? Come on,
I know.
man.
What is that song? Because it was like right when he did "Hey Daddy," when he said, "Work it,
Poke it on out."
pull it out right there." I'm gonna
poked it
fall
out.
back. Like, okay, so anyway, it was good. That's all. What?
You poked it out when he said poke it out. You were following instructions.
I was an instruction
When
follower
Usher, the instructions are in the lyrics.
in the song.
So you just have to
Yeah.
listen, pay attention, and follow.
Yeah, I feel like
Good.
it's nothing better than when you are directed. I take direction very well.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho, but anyway, that was fun. I made a video log. I'm getting that together. I still want to share with all of you. It's coming. All right.
Coming.
But there's so much. Okay. So while I was there, Will did not know this.
Okay.
Being in Vegas, I was looking out my window and I was like, Charlo's fighting. Maul is fighting.
Yeah.
And
Jamal.
so Jamal, that put us up on the knowledge that Maul was fighting Benavidez, or how do you say it, Will?
Benavides?
Who?
Benavides.
Benavidez? Benavidez.
There's a couple of VIs in there. That's all I know.
It's one V. So anyway, so Jamal was fighting Benavidez, Jose Benavidez.
Jose. He was
Yes.
fighting the junior. That's why
Junior.
I was like Benavides is fighting Adahande.
Adande.
Dande.
No, it's Andrade.
Andrade. Yeah.
Actually, it's not Andrade. Demetrius Andrade.
Sheila was rooting for Andre because
Heck yeah.
he's black.
Okay.
I can't take it that far
Can
to where
I?
I know somebody gonna get destroyed.
I will. Okay.
And you put money up.
I put $100 on Andrade.
That's just too damn loyal.
Desi and I both did it, for the record.
Why did he do it?
Because that's his boy. And because I ride with my brothers, I was like, okay, Desi, put me down for 100 on black.
Well,
100 on black. I always bet on black.
Always bet on black.
So I
The Mexican monster tore that ass up. No, but Andrade was one where he's one where those are Canelo running, or so to speak.
Yeah,
people think
yeah.
to take Canelo. So
he's
a good contender for.
Yeah, he's just a
monster.
little small. He's just a little small. He started off strong, like the first 2 rounds, and I was feeling encouraged. But then homeboy, how you say it? Benavidez. He came on and he's just overpowered him. And good. I like David Benavidez. I'm not too sold on Junior because Junior thinks he's a thug.
Junior is probably like
he's the older
Junior
brother.
is more like MS-13 Mexican.
Yeah.
Like he hates.
Yeah. He's in the gang.
Yeah.
Why are all Mexican gangs 13? What is that?
It's a lucky
Is
number.
that Trace?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
That's Trace.
Okay, that's 30.
No, that's 30.
Okay, so Trace. Yeah. So he's more thugged out, and I don't like the thugs.
No, yeah, he's more thugged out.
He's more thugged out, but Ma beat the thug out of him,
and I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad he beat the little thug one. But David is, the Mexican monster. I root for him.
He's a monster now.
I root for David Benavidez because, like myself, he was a chubby little fat kid.
Yeah, that's what they were saying last
at
night.
13, 14. Like, I'm talking about, I thought I was looking at myself when I saw him boxing.
How'd you know this?
So, and then to grow, and now you couldn't
lean.
tell he's lean and stuff. Me not so much, but
he was okay. I gotta see him because
and at that, when you're that age, like when I was a chubby little kid, teenager, I played sports and I was good. I played baseball, but people thought just because I was chubbier that I wasn't going to be as good as I was. So I was fat. I played shortstop baseball. Now they'd be like, "Oh, this position you have to be fast and you're this and that." I'm like, I am.
Well, Gerald used to always say you were light on your feet and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they used to say about baseball when I went to coaches and scouts and whatever. They say, "He's quick on your feet for a big." I'm like, I'm not that big, bro. I'm just like.
I learned something last night about boxing.
What?
Because I heard someone was saying that the dude Benavidez Jr. was flat-footed on his back foot, and I was like, so why does it matter? Apparently, when someone, I guess when you're getting hit and stuff like that, you can't I'm going to use my own words, flex or whatever, move, adjust, take some of the Nelly off of the punch. When you're flat-footed, you're absorbing the entire punch.
On your back foot.
Yourself, because your back foot is planted, so you're just taking it stiff.
Where'd you learn that from?
I just was talking to some pros and some experts.
Pros and experts. That has to be the most generic answer. Pros and experts. That's what is this? Pros. This is a Best Buy commercial. We're the best pros and experts. Come to our pros. See our pros and experts. Get your car stereo installed. Pros and experts.
Pros and experts.
And get your computer fixed.
So now there's a lot of fighting going on. I just wanted to talk about that to kind of lead us into this. So today, hot off the press, King Harris and Tip.
T.I.'s son, or whatever it is.
I thought he was Tip now. So,
T.I.
and King. And then Tiny was there. I could hear Tiny saying, what's she saying? Just shut up.
Shut up. Stop it. Yeah.
That sounds so appropriate as a mother.
This little kid, King, has been... So T.I. had to put his son in a headlock at the Falcons game because his son was popping off at the mouth and embarrassing everybody and doing his normal gangster act every time he leaves the house. You know, he's so gangster. Something about when TIP performed at the game, something about maybe they didn't give him something he needed, or they didn't something his son was mad about. So the video, it starts with them on the field with the greatest view ever you could possibly have. And he's yelling at the players, the kid.
King Harris is yelling at the Atlanta Falcons players?
Yeah, the 4'11", 75-pound guy is yelling at the football players. And he's like, "Oh, that's why you gonna miss. That's why you gonna miss. You don't do my own disrespect us or something."
Capping. You're upset. You're mad. You capping. You capping. I know. I know you capping. I know you. I know you. I know you. Shut up. Shut up. I know you. Ain't no mystery about here. I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and the family, nigga. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
It goes on to when they're leaving or wherever they're going, and T.I. is telling him, "You are embarrassing yourself and the family. Stop it." King Harris, the little brat, proceeds to keep yelling, and he gets in his mom's face. And he's, "Why are you not standing on business? You know I stand on business.
Stand on business?
Stand on business," which I cannot wait till this saying goes out of style. This is like when no cap was introduced into the community, and people, it was like crack cocaine in the 80s. It just took off. No cap. You capping. You cap. You cap.
Capping. You're upset.
Now, stand on business. Stand on business.
You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business.
Okay, what does it mean, stand on business?
Standing on business means just like, I think it means like 10 toes down. That's another thing. Well, do we have a ghetto translator?
We need Brad. Can
I can't
you
ask
handle
Brad.
that one?
Brad is like, my business is in great standing. I don't know what is. So
Okay.
So King Harris wants everybody to stand on business like he does, and his mom is saying, "Stop, shut up, please." And he gets in his mom's face, "Oh, you gotta stand on business." And then I think what warranted T.I. to finally, pull him up is
Pull him up.
pull him up. I can just imagine. Somebody in the comments said he pushed his mom. Or in the yelling, even if he was just yelling in his mom's face, if dad, pretty much any dad should be like, "Hey, the fuck you doing? Get up. Don't talk to your mama like that, or get in your mama's face." Like, that's ridiculous. But so T.I. grabs him up. Like, what is?
He said, "You can't do nothing with me."
Can't do nothing with me. You ain't gonna do nothing.
I understood that.
You ain't gonna do nothing with me.
I didn't need a translator for that.
You don't. That's one of those things. You don't need a ghetto translator for that. That is T.I.'s way of, putting him in his place without, because it's still his son. He's not going to disrespect his son, because usually when you fight somebody, you're mad at him, and you proceed with superlatives,
Right?
like, "You BA."
Mother lover.
I'm a whip your ass. You weak. You ain't. But T.I. being his son, he's like, "You can't do nothing with me." Right?
That makes you want to think. Like, maybe you want to adjust your attitude.
That's
right?
exactly what it's supposed to do. And I'm just like, how does T.I. always know just what to say?
He always.
Like, this guy has a talent. Because even when he put... Nobody, he didn't think... I'm sure he didn't think that day morning waking up, "Hey, I'm going to have to put my youngest son in a sleeper hold today." So in case that happens, what I'm going to teach him in that moment You know, he just it happens, and then T.I. just all of a sudden, you can't do nothing with me. You can't do nothing with me. He just always knows what to say. Like, and it's like media trained.
He's media trained.
Because the stupid kid is on Instagram Live. So if T.I., I'm sure in our generation, if T.I. would have choked him and been like, "You you keep doing this shit to me, my family," he's still media trained somehow in his vocabulary.
He said the right thing.
And he said just the right thing. And this Negro always knows just what to say. Even when he has to put the little albino lesbian in a chokehold, he still knew.
He looked like a girl.
He looks like your auntie's roommate that's always at Thanksgiving dinner. And that's her best friend. And they go to travel, right? It's your auntie. It's your auntie Tina. Auntie King.
Oh, God.
That's so, I mean, and yeah.
So where do we go from here?
Well, where we go from, T.I. posted a couple hours after that, and he just posted his performance. Like, just about that. Nothing about what we all saw, because his son never put the phone down, dropped the phone.
He's like Rudy Gobert. Yeah, he wanted to get punished or something. I don't know.
Right.
I mean,
because he's still filming it.
Yeah.
He's on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Getting choked out.
I mean,
first thing I would do is
put it down and start to
end. I would have threw my shit like, oh, nobody gonna see that.
Fight.
Oh, shit.
Like I might want to unchoke.
No, man, right. But he's like, get off me.
Oh, God.
I don't understand.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic.
He surrendered like the French. Gobert. I don't see how somebody 4'11", 75 pounds soaking wet can talk so much shit and act so hard. He's I don't know if you've seen the videos of him that go viral, but it's him going around Atlanta. It's like, he was in a road rage incident. He's acting gangster. He's going off. He's at the bagel shop and he's going off. He got mad about something. He's going off.
Because he's got his dad. I mean, that's his credibility, is that he has his dad to back him up.
What's his dad going to... Well, I'm sure his dad, But
his dad's like little, too.
Right. He's not going to physically back him up.
No.
But
it's respect for his dad.
His respect and money and connections will back him up. Oh, that's T.I.'s son. Don't touch him. T.I. will come and do...
He just playing.
And T.I. will come and know exactly what to say to get his son out, to, hey, let's just,
But now T.I.'s running out. So hopefully this T.I. or Tip and King can get this thing squared away, reconcile their differences and
I think
move forward.
They're reconciled. They'll be fine. Something gives me the idea that that happens.
That's the dynamic.
Pretty often.
And I know it happens. It's like, but hopefully they get it together.
Wonder if that kid's on drugs.
Obviously, something's a little off.
Something's off.
Okay, so Chris Brown, I guess he's gone back to his Pyru roots.
Chris, somebody who pissed Chris off. Don't piss Chris off.
Because he's banging.
Then I gotta read social media for the next 2 days. Chris said this. This man. He this. He that.
Well, so like you mentioned to me a little bit, like Chris moved to New York when he was 13. So you were trying to figure out what the affiliation is.
I was just giving a little Chris Brown biography. From what public knowledge was public knowledge. Chris Brown went on a tirade on his Instagram story. Somebody pissed him off. He said, "Remember, I'm Pyru. Like, I don't want to go do this and this and that and that, but I'm Pyru. I'm not one to, not one to play with or whatever." And I was just from public knowledge of Chris Brown's life. I was born and raised in Chesapeake, Virginia, or somewhere.
Can I just interject?
Yeah.
I know a few people who aren't one to play with. Okay, I'm just saying. Chris doesn't really strike me as not one to play with. I'm just saying.
So the tattoos don't fool you?
The tattoos, they don't. What else is there?
the tattoos, the tantrums or whatever, that don't fool you. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm just. Do you think? I mean, I think he's attractive. I think a dance off would work. I'm just saying. I mean, if he said I can outdance you, Sheila, I'd be like, you can. I'm just saying,
So
right?
you don't think he go?
But
really,
I don't think he's gonna whip some booty. I don't
Right.
think I'd be afraid of him like that.
Yeah, well, Carucci's afraid of him.
I mean, if I was a woman, but I mean, I'm just saying, as a man,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be like, I'm not gonna mess with Chris.
Right.
I'm just saying.
And the thing is, the people that
Just keep your back flow. Just keep your back foot not planted.
keep
Look,
it back for that, pros and experts, right?
you know, with Chris. Okay, I'm just saying.
Chris Brown's opponents or whatever over the years, or social media is like, oh, he whip his ass, or like usually like Soldier Boy, Bow Wow.
He doesn't. They don't strike
well,
me as
yeah.
people who I'd be afraid
And
of.
Chris could probably whoop Soldier Boy,
And Blueface.
Blueface.
Be a Crip and Blood.
Crip and
Face-off.
Blood showdown. Now,
Who you
Blueface
got?
from LA. I don't know.
Who do you think, Blueface or Chris Brown?
Dang. You know, I've seen Blue in the boxing ring getting sharp. You know, I might have to take Blue.
He's skinny, but he's an athlete.
And he's from LA, so I know LA we don't duck fades, so I know that Blueface has caught his fair amount of fades
yeah.
growing up Midtown,
Okay.
West LA, baby.
Okay, so Blueface. Okay, anyway, we digress. So I'm sorry. I just assessing the
yeah, so
situation.
Chris was born and raised in Virginia. He was signed in the music industry, MCA Records, when he was at 13. At 13, right? And he moved to New York because he is a signed artist from Virginia to New York.
Banging.
And then Platinum Records, you know, tours. Around. When in the hell did this man get acquainted and brought in to Compton, California's finest street gang on Pyru Street?
Now, do they offer protection to people? Is that the
When
thing?
they come to LA, that is very much a thing.
Okay. So
Now, these
but
artists,
just because you get protection doesn't mean you are.
yeah, because guess why they're protecting you? Because they're extorting you. Like whenever you come to LA, or if you want to be okay in LA and untouchable, you don't want your house getting end up like Pop Smoke and stuff, you gotta pay us. If the homie need this, you gotta get it. If the homie need bail money, commissary in trouble, he needs something to go away, Chris Brown, you gotta get it. Now I guess Chris was just like, well, if I join you guys, can I get that protection and not be extorted? They're like, no, but you can join us.
You can represent if you want to.
You can represent.
You can claim
You
the set.
could put us on. You know,
Put us on
the map. Okay. So now Chris is a Pyru blood. He moved to LA. I feel like it's right around 19 years old. No, before it. Might have been before that. Whenever he moved to LA, but he's already rich and famous when he moved to LA. So at what point did he drive over to Compton, spend the week or the month in somebody's grandma's house, get jumped in, you know, spin the block, do the ride arounds, and go to the fish market, collect your taxes from the local businesses? When did he do that?
I don't know.
I
don't
when
know.
Did he do, when
Collect
did he do
taxes
that?
from local businesses.
When Look at Me Now was out?
Look at me
Is
now.
that when he did it?
Loyalty.
When Loyalty was out?
He was like learning about loyalty during that phase.
So, and I'm not saying Chris can't be hard, and you know,
you gotta
whatever
be
that
hard to
means.
get all those tattoos on your neck and face. That has to hurt.
Well, yeah, that. But you know, Percocet and Molly helps.
Oh, okay. Oh well, I tried. I tried.
Hey, these guys are like walking corpses. Sometimes, like, man. But
With
anyway,
the Percocet and Molly.
yeah, with all of that, whatever they're doing, all the drugs, like just walking corpses. But yeah, and then they can do the tattoos, and nostril.
You get all these ideas.
Yeah.
I never had that idea. I never had those ideas.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, except on your what do you call that? Your Instagram cover photo.
Yeah, my cover photo is
And you still don't look hard.
I know, right?
You have all those tattoos and you still don't look hard.
Still ain't look hard. Like,
Yeah.
I just look Samoan.
Yeah. You look like The Rock.
Yeah,
The Rock doesn't look hard.
No.
I mean, even The Rock, would you be scared of The Rock? I mean, he probably is strong.
He probably is strong, but I feel like he probably is strong. Yeah, I'm sure he's strong.
He's strong.
Because he is a
so
big
just
guy.
Stay out of his grasp.
He's 6'3".
Move. Bob and weave.
Yeah, don't plant your back foot.
Yeah, don't plant your back foot. Bob and weave. Get in and out. That's my strategy for The Rock.
Right.
Because I don't think he's hard either.
Yeah, I'd have to wrestle with The Rock. He's gonna be wrestling.
Right. Have you like a rag doll, Will? I'm just saying. Oh gosh, no. Okay.
There's too much lower body here.
Too much lower body.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the real thing.
That's what I was saying. Rudy should have stood up, use that lower body strength. He could have like flipped him or something.
Yeah, that's the thing though. These guys have skinny legs.
I mean, like, anyway, I'm tired of having to give out fighting techniques. I mean, these grown men should know what to do.
You should have an idea. You never know as a man. Fighting is really stupid as a grown man to do, especially if you got responsibilities. But if it happens to where you need be, you can't avoid it. You should have a plan.
Yeah. Don't be like Russell Westbrook headed to the basket.
Yeah, don't be like Russell Westbrook in the fourth quarter under 2 minutes. And you're like, how the hell did the ball get in the second row? Because Russell didn't have a plan when he drove. Right? He was going full speed. They're in the zone. Was it Russell? I was just going to go full speed and then, foul. Like, no, Russ, have a plan. You see, last night with Luke, he's like, go at him. Luke, I'm like, yeah, Russ, we know you're going to go at him. Like,
he said go. Who was he telling to go at him?
He was telling the Clippers bench, and the Clippers like, go at him. Like, he knows Russell knows what to do with Luka. It's hating because Luka bust. Luka's the Clippers' daddy.
Them, but they did beat him.
They beat him finally.
But most of the time the Clippers beat them, but Luka performs
very
really well against them.
Actually, no, the Dallas knocked them out.
When? No, they didn't.
A couple years back in the playoffs.
No, they almost did, and the Clippers came back from like 3 down.
Okay. Yeah.
Kawhi got on that booty.
Okay.
They put Kawhi on Luka, and Luka got scared.
Yeah.
He got scared.
Luka carried, but Luka was just working with Luka. And
he didn't have anybody.
The Clippers had 4 Hall of Famers on the team, and Luka was busting their ass.
He was busting them up. You're right.
Busting.
That is true. Now,
busting. So
another thing that Will Stradamus spoke on earlier this year was Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. He had some ideas about their relationship.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Because I have no idea what episode it was on.
Gosh. So what do you think about all this?
So now Tiana has said nothing publicly about it.
Mm-hmm.
The information we know and the reasoning has all been pulled from the media pulling the lawsuit, the file for divorce, the divorce file, whatever.
They did this in January. They got away with this for a long time, huh? That's
damn. It was January. Yeah, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That's really being private about it.
Yeah,
and that's really respecting one another.
And that explains why she was at that Chris Brown thing without him.
Yeah, because you said something about that.
Like, where was he? Like, why did Usher have to come to her defense? You remember?
Oh, Chris was going off on Tiana.
Yes.
Was he? That was supposed to be about something back in the day with them.
So I don't know what it was.
But Iman was. You like, why? Where's Iman? Why? Because if somebody's yelling at my wife like that or me like that, I want my husband to be like.
And if you're at a party, I mean, I don't know. You kind of think most of the time they're not that famous. He's not doing that much. He could be around.
He could, yeah.
So
okay. So, and in the lawsuit, the reasoning she gave was he, just paraphrasing and breaking it down, he wanted her to thought he would be home more once they had kids, and he wanted her to be more of a mom, and she was her career. Not only was she working,
You a mom.
which I'm sure he knew she expected to work, but Tiana's career was actually, she got a little hot and started doing a little more, acting, dancing, directing, singing, producing. Like it was just, and then Iman was just like, come on, man, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Now she put jealous of her career in the lawsuit, and she put narcissistic ways. Now on the podcast, a few months ago, before anybody knew any of this,
Yeah, we knew.
We talked about when their separation was stated, when it was announced. I said he's just thinking as a man, and just thinking kind of from what I know from those two. I'm like, she's doing all this stuff, and he's just like, we don't need all that. We good. You don't need to be doing all that. You got the kids, and he want her to sit her ass down a little bit. And now, that's exactly what she put as the reason. Now, I'm not saying that I know everything, but goddamn, I know a lot.
You know a lot, brother.
I know a lot.
Okay, all right. It's a little experience.
Yeah, said he was jealous. I said he earned like a couple basketball contracts, like 3 or 4. He's like, we're good. We ain't hurting. Then you were like, you gotta get it. She has to get it while it's hot, and you want more or something. I'm like, and I was just like, nah. He gonna be like, we good. Like we can. But you ain't got to do the extras.
I mean, if you work on a career, like she was working on her career, and finally started to take off, I think you feel like you could still do your motherhood, your wife thing, and still take advantage of the opportunities that you have in your career, because there's a window that we work with. I mean, nobody stays hot forever. So she's probably going to get it while the getting's good.
Yeah, makes
just
sense.
like Benavides and them. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it while you can. So that's what I think happened. So I wish them well, Tiana.
Yeah,
and
I knew as a man, these guys, they act fake secure. Because I mean, I'm honest. I'm upfront. I couldn't do with no woman, working and acting and kissing other men and naked and just all over the place and working. And if she work, like, it's this what you're doing for work too. Like, I'm not that damn secure. I'm strapped. So yes, men want a bad B, and men want somebody who's it could be like a power couple. But I'm saying these dudes are fake secure because what they portray, because they are narcissists. What they portray is different from who they really are, what goes on behind closed doors. Diddy portrayed to be love, or this guy who just takes care of people, his own love, whatever, turn out are in love with Cassie or love with whoever, turns out behind closed doors, right?
Nasty.
So, who else came out? All these guys that come out that they're so secure, like they're with this woman who's picture famous. How many times does the woman's biography come out and it's like, oh, he was beating my ass and he was jealous of this and doing that? It's like, wait, we thought y'all was being a power couple. This is one of those things.
That makes you almost wonder, is there a power couple anymore?
Jay-Z and Beyonce, I don't even think Jay-Z is that secure. I don't believe it. Like,
you don't think he's that secure?
No. I mean, it's an act.
He acts it very well.
He acts it very.
He's
but
a great actor.
So many people have. God, there's so many examples. The people that aren't together anymore that you found out. Oh, he did have a problem with that.
Your boy Wayne Brady get into a fight. I just thought about that. Did you hear he got into a fight?
Yeah.
With somebody he had a car accident with?
Yeah.
What?
I
mean, okay, I don't think Wayne Brady's tough. I'm just saying.
But wait, somebody made a good point. They're like, Wayne Brady's good at everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's good at fighting.
Because I heard he's a real butthole. So maybe if you're going to be a butthole, maybe you should know how to fight.
Know how to fight.
Maybe.
Now,
congruent.
The only thing that don't look too good is they said that the guy started it. The other guy started it, Wayne and Gay, and the guy went off and Wayne called the police.
Uh-huh.
So now, if the guy went off and you whipped his ass, would you call the police?
Oh, you think he got beat up?
Right? The only reason you would call the police is if you sitting there like, you like he has to pay for this. He must pay. Because if I whip somebody's ass and send them off, that's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to take this ass home, whip it home with you, because you got the wrong one. And I did I served justice, and you took that L home with you.
I don't like L's.
Only reason I would call the police is if I feel justice has not been served. So I think Wayne got his ass whooped.
You just said Wayne does everything well.
I
so
said
that's
a good point.
I mean, why do you fight the person that you had a car accident with? I mean, like, I know people
be
get out.
trying.
I know.
Think about the guys spitting on you and stuff. People are like, you can't help it sometimes. That's why I said, as a grown man, you don't expect
never
this
let
stuff to
me
happen.
see him again, okay? I'm just saying. Because now I know to keep my foot flat and get out the car. I know to throw my palms down.
Right.
I've been practicing.
Palms down. Okay.
2 knuckles here. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Use the hips.
You've been getting a lot of
I've been
boxing
studying.
information lately. Are you taking a class?
No, I've just been paying attention.
To what?
I've just been paying attention. I've been trying to learn because obviously I need assistance in this area.
Oh. Yeah, you can't have people spitting on you.
Yeah, so I'm
You
just
don't know.
whatever I got.
Hoo-ha!
Yeah. So, all right. So then we have our girl Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, no.
Beverly Hills, Thanksgiving time.
Oh, no.
She's walking. She's doing the perp walk.
The perp walk.
I mean,
Here
it was really sad.
It was sad. The officer was laughing.
I didn't notice the officer laughing.
Oh, she's
She
smirking
looked
a little bit.
very sad, like very somber. I've seen that walk before.
Where have you seen it?
I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, I thought that, she had just woke up from a nap, apparently, in the middle of the street. That's probably why she was sleepy.
In the middle of the street?
That's what they said, that when she got arrested in Beverly Hills,
She
was asleep at the wheel in the middle of the street. I was like, okay, she took a nap somewhere and they saw her. But then it said the middle of the street. I'm like, oh,
that's what you call effed up.
damn, Tiff.
Is that that's really bad.
Hey, Tiff
You gotta
is
go
my
sleep.
girl. Holla at me, bro.
Well,
You know,
I mean, just thinking,
holla at your boy.
what would make you decide, like at the light, now's a good time to take a quick nap? I'm just saying, like,
It is the broad daylight.
yeah, I
And
mean,
you're sleepy. And you're that drunk.
Like,
Are you that drunk?
your judgment really is off. I mean,
If you're that drunk to the point, usually that's like the end of the night drunk to where it's like 3 a.m. and you're like,
I know, but it was like the daytime. It was like 12
so
noon.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's a DUI, they said. But that's,
I feel bad for her
yeah,
because
we don't.
she seems like she's been spiraling a bit since her getting canceled.
Yeah. America turned on her.
Yeah, America will turn on you.
That's what we gotta learn. Go from America's sweetheart to some kind of, but that's just what the social media age is.
Yeah.
That's the natural progression now. I feel like when it's happened to everybody. It's just you either big enough to overcome it or you're not.
Like, okay, we were talking about like Mike Tyson. He was kind of canceled-ish.
But
But now he's not canceled.
We can't talk about the 90s.
It doesn't. Whoever got canceled in the 90s doesn't.
Because there's no cancellations is like current thing.
Well, no, but they tried. They tried canceling in the 90s, but it didn't really work.
Yeah, because it was newspaper. By the time the article comes out,
You don't cancel because of social media, because everybody can get all the information
every day,
and decide.
all day, constant, and all you see is perv.
You cancel people.
Perv.
You cancel people in our life.
In my head, and I cancel, and I make the decision. Nobody knows but me, and then
And me.
and you, and I execute. I mean, shit.
He cancels
It's my
people.
fault. Shit. Some people need to be canceled. I'm sure people have canceled me. So I don't care. Like, that's just life. It's life too short to not be comfortable.
Yeah, you're right. I could learn from you, Willard.
You could.
I could learn from you. I give people too many shots.
Yeah.
And I'll be on the phone complaining to you about what they did, what they done did, and
I'll
what
be like,
I'm
go
gonna
dark,
do.
go dark, go dark.
Yeah, Will's like, go dark, and I could not, and I'm always like, what do you call it? Dusk. I go dusk.
Right, not quite.
Not quite dark.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying. So you said you were gonna throw something at me. You had something to throw at me.
I have it was I've been watching I watched the Barry Sanders documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that?
I like Barry Sanders.
Oh yeah,
You look a lot like Barry Sanders. Just you said it.
I got.
didn't
Oh
say
yeah, I
it.
said I have
You
Barry. I
said
took
it.
off my do rag and I had Barry Sanders. I like my hair I look like a Barry Sanders. When you take off his helmet, he had that.
That's why you were thinking of Barry Sanders.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because his shit would be all fucked up. Seems like a really good guy, by the way.
Yeah.
He's your age, a little older.
About my age.
He looks older than you.
He might be a couple years.
He's 55.
Yeah, he's older than I am.
So yeah. I was watching his documentary, and the one thing that pissed me off, something pissed me off, really
Something
pissed me
you
off. Really pissed me off, and 'cause it's been pissing me off. And I watched the Tyler Perry documentary.
Why?
And say, because I'm a journalist, Sheila. You should watch it. You should be watching all this stuff.
I can't stop watching Love After Lockup and Real Housewives of Potomac, and Beverly Hills and Salt Lake City long enough to what? For real, if we're being honest.
Well, but you can't watch Love Island, really? Oh, it's the greatest reality show.
But
of
lately,
all
I
time.
haven't had time to watch anything.
Oh yeah, pros and experts. Yeah, and anyway, so out of from the Barry Sanders documentary, the takeaway and what I'm tired of is you hear it almost every freaking story that a black man tells in America. The black dad.
Oh, made you mad.
The black country ass dad.
What they do?
That has all these how you
Anecdotes.
supposed to raise a man and do and just terrify a child like
Oh,
just
it triggered you.
It triggered me because it's every story I hear. Yeah, my dad was from Louisiana and we worked with him.
That's why I say some of these
from
places
early
need to be
age.
taken out of the union. All this Alabama,
You
Louisiana,
would have been a
Mississippi.
Confederate.
Huh?
You would have been.
Yeah, I would get to them.
Keep them niggas.
Yeah, I can't stand those.
Still, these guys get this power in their household, because I guess America is kicking their ass,
So they
and they get this, they kick their families' ass, and then, where do these black dads get this curriculum from? Where do they get this from? All right, now I'm gonna freaking emotionally abuse my child, physically abuse my child. Like, why? There's a boy, and these guys always say the same thing, which I have said too. He wanted me to know how to be a man. He wanted to teach me how to be a man. But it's the tactics at that time that they thought was okay. It turns from a lot of millennials. You see, it was not okay.
Let me ask you this: do they like their dads? Did Barry Sanders and Tyler Perry respect?
That's a great question. Barry Sanders, absolutely.
Maybe it's a slave mentality. Like
Tyler Perry, no.
We've been beat into subjection, like, and just willing to accept whatever.
Well, with Barry, Tyler's was extreme with the physical abuse. So he hated his dad. He's to this day, but he takes care of him. That nigga would have an apartment and a Metro card if it was me. But
You do that much?
I would do that much.
Okay.
But he's got a big house, Escalade. So, but Barry Sanders' dad was kind of like it was reminding me a lot of our dad, to where he would work with him for us, and it was just and with the sports and stuff, and the kind of like belittling and like you can never, you know, you ain't shit and this and that, and like
I don't subscribe to that type of parenting. I am a firm believer that in the home is where you get built up. You know what I'm saying? Where in the home is where you are made, you know, given the confidence in yourself, the belief in yourself that you could do anything. And you may not be great at something, but that's what we're going to work on. And I'm not going to work on it through beating you up. We're going to work at it through just, you know, like extra help and tutoring and coaches and all that kind of stuff to make you feel more confident. But to tell you ain't ass and to analyze you and to ridicule and criticize, I don't subscribe to that.
Now, there's ways, if you want a kid to be tough and good at something, there are ways to manipulate that into existence. But for me, like, I think, and there's ways that I know I can do that. And I think that their way shows the extreme lack of emotional intelligence. And it's just how that era of men would manipulate women to literally like think that they can hit them and stay with them. You know, they manipulated in ways, I don't know, and to have different children on the side or different stuff going on, but the woman still.
It's amazing how those things, all these things can happen, and I think because our eyes are not open, we just don't see it like as it's like been built. You know, as the bricks have been laid up, you don't even see how it's all working together to cloud your judgment and your eyesight. You don't even see the things that are happening to you are being inflicted upon you, you know, which is kind of crazy.
And it's normalized. Like, even Barry Sanders' situation, was like, and it was just like fine. Like, he loved his dad. His dad was, you know, was right there the whole way.
Because we say they did the best they could, you know, with what they knew how, with their third grade education or whatever it is, right? We give people passes.
That's another thing, right? These dumb Negroes raising children. That's what it is.
People get passes.
These Negroes, like, no. So my thing is, what I take away is, okay, it happened. As a child, it happened. You know, better. You're doing that. You know, you're doing your manipulation into making somebody a man or your idea of a man. When I get older, that shit stops. It stops. I don't want nothing, no remnants, what's the word?
Remnants.
No remnants of it around these parts. You know, especially once now.
Cancel culture.
You're canceled. Now, Barry let that nigga talk shit.
For the rest of his life?
Every contract, all through his. And I'm just like, what kind of slave mentality is that?
That's what I'm telling you. It's like, what about, I wonder if Barry does it to his son, because he played football too. At Stanford.
From the end of it, you would think that they didn't know he was a football, anything about football, because he had his son. So the big question, why did he retire? I guess he had it, how he set up his documentary is he'll answer it, but he'll have his sons interview him, ask him. So, but it sounded like they didn't. They're like, he doesn't talk about football ever, and they asked some questions that were kind of like, do you guys know football? You know,
sounds
NFL?
Like trauma.
So. But how Barry talks to his sons and just how mild mannered and quiet Barry is, and has always been. I don't think he does that to his sons. I would highly.
Okay, good.
I would be shocked.
This is traumatic for me because it makes me think of trauma, like the traumas that in your life that you don't even know. You know,
it's trauma.
Like I think I told you something recently, and you're like, you know, that's trauma.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah,
that sucks.
Right.
You know, it's like
impatience. Yeah,
it's like sucks.
Right. You know, you're just like, it's like, yeah, that's trauma. So when you operate with people, with other people or new people or whatever, or even just yourself, the figuring out how to not operate like or assume that and live with that, because then you're not on eggshells anymore. You know, There's nothing there. That's not a problem. That's not an issue. You're not doing something wrong. That is even if it crosses your mind, it's trauma. It shouldn't cross your mind.
Yeah.
Because people who didn't go through that didn't cross in their mind.
Right.
They're just like, you know.
So it's just awareness. It's like awareness of trauma, whatever. So yeah, brother, and that's like for you, that was a trigger because you could relate. You
That was a trigger.
identify, and yeah, so
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It pissed me off. And it's all these Southern black folk from
Cancel, out of the union,
born in
Confederate.
40s, 30s.
You got to make a conscious effort.
Forget
to.
that.
That's why. Listen, you remember I was supposed to be reading that Miseducation? I haven't started yet.
Oh, God.
But maybe it'll speak to that.
I could tell you hadn't grown your armpit hair out yet. Call me Shayla. Shayla sounds more spiritual.
Really?
Shayla.
Shilla. Just call me Shilla. This is a Shilla Will show. Okay?
Shayla.
So, okay, bro. Well, I'm sorry that you had that trauma, brother.
That's made me mad.
That trigger. Nobody wants to make you
It's
mad.
like, who does that?
I know.
And then this guy's, they're up here, like,
Everybody who, all these older people, they respect their trauma givers.
yeah.
What you call them? Trauma givers.
Sure, why not?
Okay, they like raised me this way and whatever, and I owe everything to them. That's just the way it goes. That's why I said slave mentality. Like people who respect their masters.
Master.
Like master gives me food and this and that and all this other stuff. But what is the other stuff he does to you? Why can't you just have the good stuff? Why do you have to get beat and taken away from your family and all this other stuff? So I think that's just that slave mentality that we have to overcome.
Yeah, and I guess you do what you know.
Yeah.
And that's what they knew.
Yeah.
Their fathers were born in the 1800s.
Yeah.
So, and then but it's just so, I just think of how many black boys, went through that. Most of them Generation X boys.
Mm-hmm. My boys.
My dad had that, had me late. So most of them Generation X.
Mm-hmm. The people in my generation were experiencing it because it was it was like a new generation. They were free and they were coming out of Jim Crow and all that kind of stuff, but they were had incorporated some of their slave ways with their new ways, and they were trying to figure out how to make it work.
Damn.
That's a conundrum. New word for the she will. Quite a conundrum.
Yeah, condom. Yeah, see, it's
Condom. It's a condom.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay, I went to see another movie, Willard.
Damn.
I went to see Napoleon, starring Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh God.
What?
That's an artsy-fartsy film.
I thought it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be good. I'm tired of this. I'm going to these films because I'm kind of an artsy-fartsy girl. I do my research. I do my research with it passively. Willard, I was expecting this movie to be, I was like at least a 7.5. I thought it was going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It had no point. I mean, I know Napoleon.
It's brilliant.
I know Napoleon, and I'm familiar with his story and all.
Is that the ruler?
Yeah, of France. I was in solidarity with Rudy. I was trying to support France.
Yeah, go
right?
ahead.
And it was awful. It was 2.5 hours.
Oh.
Why did it turn out to be like a war movie? Like, I know he was a general or whatever, but I didn't expect them to be fighting. I thought it was going to be like dialogue and stuff.
Oh, it was action.
I mean, it wasn't even action movie, but they would show like the war, and I don't like those wars because they're all not very protected. But anyway, bottom line, brother, I had to give it a 2.
Damn, 2 out of 10?
It was terrible.
Dog.
It didn't, and I thought at least it would give us some
You gave House Party more than that.
I mean, I gave it 2.5. House Party was better than Napoleon. At least it was entertaining. Mm-hmm. Okay, compared to Napoleon, I'll give House Party a 7. Okay.
Damn.
So I'm gonna retract that 2 from House Party.
Watch how many Academy Awards Napoleon's
It
nominated
shouldn't.
for.
It will be.
It will
but
be.
It has no reason. Guess what? It's like flat.
Yeah. Well,
It's like totally flat. There was never again.
So was Roma.
I was looking who?
Roma, that movie, the gray and black and white movie made in Mexico about the little maid.
Oh.
It won. It swept, and it was Boy, tough watch.
We got a couple sports things to say. First of all, I was watching something on TikTok or something, and I ran across Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett talking about Jordan Poole, and they were going hard on homeboy.
Like he took one of their girls or something.
Yeah, like he's just trash, and they're like nobody respects him, and kind of like he's a clown. Here it is.
You watching Jordan Poole?
No, that's not much watch TV.
It's not, bro.
I thought
I'm crushed.
it was.
I'm crushed, bro. Bro out here wanting to be everything other than a basketball player. I saw some joint where he was talking to a teammate on the joint. He wasn't looking at the play. Like, Lord, that ain't no leader. Ain't nobody on the team listening to you. Ain't nobody hearing you.
Right.
You tell a motherfucker dive on the floor, they gonna look at you like what?
He flexing that ring though over there. That's what it is.
What ring?
He flexing like
Bro,
he's over there like I'm a champ.
Yeah, but you ain't acting like it. A champ, you ain't acting like it. You flexing champ shit, but you ain't bringing champ environment in here.
Right.
You learned this in Golden State. This what you brought from them?
You ain't learned this,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
You ain't learned.
They're professionals, bro. They got your ass out there because you go and fall in line, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like this don't belong in our league, bro. Bro, you in the league. He does not belong in the league he's the head of a team, P. Nah, I don't want my son under no like that. You see how he talking to teammates? Shut up, my nigga. This is my team. I got it. Joining up the joint, looking all through the towel, snot. Like, bro, you can say whatever you want about me, bro. I ain't never disrespected the game. I ain't never disrespected the position of being a leader.
So, they ain't got what vets they got over there, though?
Bro,
you got vets?
Bro, you just said you the champion. You the vet. You came in here with championship energy.
Trash ass nigga.
Now they went hard, and you were like, "What if?" But I was like, I subscribe to the thought process of if they can't whoop you, you can say whatever you want to say.
Because I'm like, what if they were going to come across each other? It would be awkward. Like, what if Jordan Poole gets traded to Boston one year, and then they do like a KG night, honor night, and KG has to go to the locker room. And they gotta, how they worship him. It's just awkward.
How they worship, but they've already seen Poole get knocked out. So
they're just like, well, if it's I'll just punch him in the face. Draymond. Yeah.
And now it all makes sense why Draymond may have knocked him out. Maybe he was just being that clown, huh?
Yeah, I guess, guys. Yeah, you get the hint that people don't like him.
And then they said something. They said respect the game, and so maybe what he's doing is disrespecting the game, and that's why folks are being upset with him.
Because Jordan Poole is he got the bag really early, prematurely, some might say.
Yeah. What, after 2 years? Yeah.
So pretty much, yeah. And that's especially the bags at the size they are now. It's like, all right, you got now respect the game by earning that, by putting, and I guess he's not.
He's not interested in
that. And he's a champion very early. That
didn't help.
That didn't help his case with the OGs.
Well, Kuzma is a champion too, and does he respect the game?
Yeah, what's the difference? Well,
they're like the same person on the same team.
Yeah, but Jordan Poole's supposed to be the franchise player.
That's the dumbest move ever.
Yeah, why would you think Jordan Poole's the franchise player anyway?
I blame the general manager. In what universe does Jordan Poole deserve a franchise?
Yeah,
that's why I need that job, man.
Now, but KG and Paul Pierce sometimes they on that bottle when they do this, so it gets a little more aggressive.
You think so?
I think there's one of them episodes.
You think this one is?
Yeah.
You think they're on the bottle?
I think they're on
the bottle will do that, right?
Trash! Instead of keeping it like
professional.
Trash. Yeah. This is like you talking to the homies at the barbershop. So
okay.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Okay, so I know you want to do a match make in boxing.
I want
Who
now.
Do you
Oh gosh. Canelo always said he does not fight Mexican fighters.
Oh, is that his deal?
Yes, he doesn't fight Mexican fighters, and if you look at his resume, he's held up that promise pretty well. Benavides is the Mexican monster.
Can I
right?
correct you on that?
What?
Well, so it turns out that he's mixed with Ecuadorian.
He's mixed.
And so that's why he's no longer the Mexican monster. He's a monster.
Well, he should be the monster, period,
Yeah.
for marketing reasons.
Yeah, he's a monster now.
Did that officially
that's
change?
official. At the fight last night.
He said that?
Yeah. They call him the monster. And they talked about how he had the Ecuadorian. Maybe they're doing that to get Canelo.
Right.
But so he's just a monster.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more marketable.
Uh-huh.
Right? I mean, Mexican monster, it's going to bring the Mexicans.
But monster will bring me.
There you go. Leave me hanging.
Oh.
So bring the niggas, the whites,
Yes.
and the Asians.
And
You
who
the
else?
we got to see the monster.
Because I want to see the monster take
I want to see the
Canelo.
monster because this guy, he does kind of look and fight like a monster.
You think so?
Yeah, his figure, he's built like the Loch Ness monster.
Because they don't have any muscle tone.
Yeah,
He's
'cause
kind of like the French you say. They don't have muscles.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys. Kind of when people used to be fat and they just did all cardio. That's what their body looks like.
Oh, that's why he looks like that.
Yeah, because you have to lift with it. Because when I lost a lot of weight, I lifted, and so that's why it was more like.
Oh, okay, because he's just like a blob.
like a blob. So, now, Canelo said he doesn't fight Mexicans.
Okay.
Now, that's not for the reason you may think, right? Like solidarity. What was that?
I thought I heard something. Okay.
too?
You did too?
Right, yeah. Yeah. Now I'm scared. Maybe it was that.
I don't know. I'll put my feet up here.
Anyways, if I see something, though, I'm running.
We running.
I don't do well with that. I'll have to call you early. She's good with that. He doesn't fight Mexicans, not because the solidarity thing. You might think it is, but because he doesn't fight Mexicans because when he fights, he represents Mexico, right? So all of Mexico is behind him, and that is pretty smart as far as marketability.
That's pretty freaking lame.
Because
there's people to fight, and there's Mexicans that.
But now instead of having half of Mexico or a quarter of Mexico because you're fighting another fighter that Mexico's like, what about all of Mexico? Because you're the Mexican fighter in that fight.
He fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., didn't he?
But for the most part, he has upheld that, and that was early on, wasn't it? So maybe that was before he figured that out. Like, oh, if I fight non-Mexicans, I have all of Mexico behind me, and Mexico has built him up to be this larger than life thing. So that's why. Now, they were saying, well, the monster is half Ecuadorian, so you could fight. He's like, it's not about that. It's about me being the Mexican fighter. I'll fight whoever, but I just like to represent Mexico in my fights. But all that being said, Canelo is 34 years old. How old is Benavides?
26.
Canelo, I know a lot of people think Canelo has to fight Benavides. I don't think he has to fight him. I know they say they've been ducking him for like 5 years. But Benavides was not ready 5 years ago.
No, because he was like the youngest super middleweight.
That don't mean you deserve a shot with
Canelo.
Canelo
Just kind of like
already.
Canelo fighting Floyd.
Right. He
wasn't-
was too young.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. So, and now at this point, Canelo's older. Benavides is in his prime. I don't think that is necessary. What the?
Did you hear it again?
I heard it.
Will's feet are up, guys.
A big ass with his feet up.
It's very masculine.
Oh, I heard something.
Trauma. Oh gosh. Okay.
We wrap this shit up.
Brad, I need you to make sure the surroundings are
This
are
ghetto
clear.
ass studio.
Yeah, like we might have to get a new studio. Oh gosh.
Right. How much y'all pay at this place?
Will has to bring his wife to the studio just so we could be safe. Come
Right?
on, man. Let's
Sure. Protect me from those things. I don't do critters.
Oh God. Okay. So on that note, Benavidez Canelo 2024.
Cinco de Mayo. Can you imagine?
Oh, Cinco de Mayo. I'll wear my sombrero.
Right?
Right? Y'all didn't know Will speaks Spanish.
Yeah, y'all didn't know
bilingual.
that. Yeah, bilingual. Como mi gente.
So anyway, since we gotta go, we got a guest. We got a special guest that we didn't ask for.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go now.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Get the
to
outta
like,
here.
subscribe, comment, and share on all your social media
Please.
outlets.
Por favor.
And we'll see you on the next She Will podcast.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.